guys, and welcome back to another Nightly Devotions with Miranda. So tonight's devotion is for May 13th, and I will get right into it. Thank me in the midst of the crucible. When things seem all wrong, look for growth opportunities. Especially look for areas where you need to let go, leaving your cares in my able hands. So I've talked about this in previous videos, and like I've said before, it's easier said than done to let your problems go. To say, you know what, God? Have it. I don't want it. Because holding on to those and trying to deal with them yourself with no outside help, no family, no God, no pastor, no nothing, it's so taxing and it takes such a toll on you. And it's just not worth trying to do on your own. So try and allow God to carry some of that burden for you. Do you trust me to orchestrate your life events as I choose, or are you still trying to make things go according to your will? Man, this is another one that I've talked about. I always ask God to guide my path, whatever that path might be. Of course, there are things in my life that I wish I already had. I wish I already had a house of my own. I wish I already had a farm full of animals. I wish I already had a husband. I wish I already had a family with beautiful babies. I wish all of those things. And those are my will that I want right now. But all of those things I know and trust and believe will happen in God's time. So to put energy into thinking about, well, how do I make this happen? How do I plan? I'm not planning or doing any of that. When the time is right, God will show me that. When the time is right, God will give me a house. God will give me a farm. He will give me all the rescue animals I could ever imagine. He will give me a wonderful husband who is a godly man. And he will give me a man that will put up with all of my crazy animals that I want in my life because that's a passion for me. And he will give me beautiful babies all in due time. And I need to just continue to trust that. Does it get hard? It gets very hard. I will say that with absolute certainty that it is hard and that it's not easy, and there are really hard days where you ask why. Why am I still alone? Why do I not have a farm yet? There are farms that I've wanted to pull the trigger on, and it just wasn't right. It didn't feel right in my soul. Those of you who know how it feels when something feels right knows when it feels wrong as well. And when it doesn't feel right, I'm not going to force it. There's a quote that I love, and it has a bad word in it, so I'm not going to say the bad word, but it goes something like this. If you have to force it, it's usually poop. Fill in the word there. So I'm not going to force it. There is no point. I'm going to trust God to provide those things for me because I trust that He wants what's best for my life, and that what He has for my life is far better than anything that I could ever force to come to fruition. So I'm just going to trust His plan for my life, and I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing to grow myself, to continue to grow in His Word and my faith, and to continue to make the house that I do have as beautiful as I can and enjoy it the best that I can. And in the meantime, I will just go visit other people's animals and enjoy them that way. I already have 3 cats and a dog, so I mean, I have animals, but I want horses and I want donkeys and I want a lot of things. And those things you can't have in town, and that's where I live. So all in due time. A lot of times we get caught up in the I want, and why not me? Why does everybody else have this? It's hard. There are so many people that I've graduated with who are married and have 1 or 2 kids. And then there's me. I'm still single and I have no kids. I mean, we are in different parts of our lives, and God's plan for me is not to be on the same path that they are. And that's okay. It took me a really long time to be okay with that and to not wonder, is there something wrong with me? No, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm just on a different path, plain and simple. So just be patient and trust. And trust is hard. I know trust is hard, but it's important to force yourself to trust. Okay, If you keep trying to carry out your intentions while I am leading you in another direction, you defy your desires. Be on the lookout for what I am doing in your life. Worship me by living close to me, thanking me in all circumstances. Now let me read to you the verses that go with this devotion. There are 3 of them. The first one is 1 Peter 5, 6, and 7. The next one is Psalm 62, 8. And the last one is 1 Thessalonians 5:18. So the first one says, "Humble yourself, therefore, under God's mighty hand, that he may lift you up in due time. Cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you." The next one says, "Trust in him at all times, O people. Pour out your hearts to him, for God is our refuge." And the last one says, "Give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus." So that's what I have for you guys for today. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching these nightly devotions. I'm really excited to just share with you guys and to continue to grow my faith. That's another big reason for why I do these, is it helps me have a reason to want to continue doing it, because I know that there are other people that want to learn it too, or maybe they don't. Maybe I'm making these and nobody's watching them. But when I look at the analytics, it shows that there's people out there watching, so thank you to those who are out there. I'm definitely going to continue on reading these devotions and reading the other books that I've been sharing with you guys. I actually have a few more that are coming that I will probably begin doing videos on as well. So thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me, and I hope to see you in the next video. God bless.